Welcome back, traders, and in this video we're going to be going over future Community Day Pokemon potentials, my predictions, because we've been seeing a lot of people get up in arms about how the rareability of their shiny Pokemon that they rated, spending a bunch of money on, is going to be going down because now we've got a Community Day. But I mean, we talk about it over and over and over again, the potential for these things to be a Community Day, and well, it keeps on proving to be so and true time and time again. So in this video, we're going to be going over things that you want to potentially power up right now, things that you want to save, potential shinies that will be coming out that you're going to want to raid that will get a Community Day. Example, Litwick. Amazing looking shiny. Yeah, I would spend a good amount of money to get a shiny too if it did come out, knowing that it will be getting a Community Day in the future. And a few other things in between. Pokemon that are shiny right now that may get a Community Day that are still safe to power up, and things that you may want to hold off on, and just a couple of other random predictions in between. If you do enjoy these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and let's get into the video.
Alright, so before we get into these Pokemon here, a lot of them are going to still be okay to power up. It's just going to be up to you if you want to use an Elite TM when they do get their Community Day. First one up is going to be Jingmo. So I do believe this will get a Community Day. It does not have a current shiny, but if it is released as a shiny, don't go too hard on it and expect for it to be some sort of super rare shiny forever. Next one is going to be Rockruff. I know a lot of people went hard on this, personally myself as well, and I actually was able to get two here. And I do believe this will probably get a Community Day in the future, maybe. Now, there's also going to be something else we need to go over regarding Rockruff, and that is going to be the fact that it does have another form, as well as data mined signature move. We'll have to see. We'll go ahead and move on to our next Pokemon and talk about that here in a bit. Now, the obvious one is Axew. I'm no prophet when it comes to this one here. Alright, so we all went hard on it, including myself. It took me about, I'd say like 65 raids or so to get the shiny, and hey, it is what it is, right? I'm the one who chose to do it. I'm not going to say, oh, you know, Community Day for Axew, and now my shiny's not going to be rare. I'm going to say, well, bring it on. I will just get a whole bunch and XL candies, and we'll max it out and XL it and have fun. This one is definitely going to be okay to power up right now. As far as Open Master League XL, don't waste your XL candies unless you have a 100. Then I guess go ahead and have a little fun with it, but just know that it'll probably get a Community Day. Next one is going to be Litwick. If they do release the shiny, myself included, I know we're all going to go hard on it, even though it's going to get a Community Day. Now, I would like to see this one introduced as a shiny in its Community Day, and I have a feeling that's what they might do for this one, which would be fantastic. Otherwise, you'll probably see it in like around Halloween or something like that. I did have the Tymo on there. That is a potential Community Day. I took it off though. Ferrothorn, Ferroseed. This one is shiny currently, and just a little heads up, if they start popping up in raids, you may want to hold off. But look, I don't want to be the one to hold you back from getting the shinies that you want. Go ahead and do what you got to do, and some of these Pokemon may not even get a Community Day. This is all just predictions. The obvious ones are going to be in front of us though. So Archeops, you haven't even made one of those, so I think we'll go ahead and do that. Maybe might get a Community Day, just throwing it out there because I know it's a new shiny introduced, and you may want to go hard if it's put into the raids, because those raid passes fly off. I mean, it's crazy. You just start spending buy three, keep going, get remote raid invites, and before you know it, you spend like $40. Like, oh my gosh. And I don't even have a good IV or a shiny here yet. So just a little heads up. First one here, Pokedex entry. I always thought this design was amazing. I just haven't made one because I know it's just unfortunately useless. Not useless, but just not that great. And I really, it annoys me when you have a good Pokemon design and they're not that great in Pokemon Go. Tortuga, the same one that was released alongside the last shiny there. Does have a potential to have a Community Day, I suppose. Just throwing it out there. I'm definitely not going to put all of my chips on this one. Just kind of a slight mention with the Tortuga, or with the Archeops as well. So yeah, I don't think I made one of those yet either. Sandile. Now this one here, potential for a Community Day, we'll have to see. It does have 3 evolutions, although you can get one with just 2. But this one is primed for it. Its shiny has not been released, so if it does get released, again, I don't want to be the one holding you back, so you go ahead and spend all that money if you want, but just a little heads up. Now this one may be a bit controversial as to whether or not it is going to be a Community Day, and that's going to be Timber. But as it is right now, Conkeldurr is an absolute solid Pokemon to have, one of the best fighting types, actually good in Master League and Open Master League, so you don't have to hold back on evolving yours as far as going hard, you do what you got to do. This one is definitely one that you probably want to spend money to get because it's really cool. Rock and Rolla, another candidate for a potential community day in the future. It does have its shiny released. I am not going hard on these. I am not going to try to go get those in the raids if they are. I did get a shiny in a trade, so we're good there. All right, now as far as Riolu, I don't think it's going to get a community day unless Niantic one day takes a turn and starts making Pokemon that only hatch out of eggs community day Pokemon as well, in which case this could be definitely something. But you know, power up your Lucarios, don't hold back, it'll get a Mega. I mean, it's got Aura Sphere, it's so good, so you're good to go. The only thing that I can see in the future is a Shadow Lucario, which would be freaking nuts, right? So there are my, you know, few predictions as you should maybe hold off on. If you see those Litwicks come in shiny, that'd be great, but I do hope that they introduce it as the community day shiny for it. Also, a Zubat is going to be something. This is nothing you should hold off on. These are just simple things. And then on the obvious starters that we haven't seen yet are going to be community days as well. Now I'll say it again, as far as those, like, should I power them up? As far as I'm concerned, the only one that you should really be worried about as far as maxing them out is going to be Primarina, because it is going to be that good with Charm and that water and fairy typing. All right, so make sure it's on 100 or at least a 15, 15, 14. Also, Horsey is going to be another candidate for a potential future community day for that Kingdra, which would be pretty awesome. I would like to see that as well. And then we do have Ludicolo, which could potentially get a community day. A lot of these Pokemon are already solid with the moves that they do have, but you never know what they can do for it. A new move, move buff, who knows? I guess a move buff doesn't really apply for a community day, but they've given us Snorlax, or I wish, Slacking community day, so who knows. Aeron, another candidate for future community day. Now these are just random mentions. This is not like, you know, don't power up that Aggron. I personally have a level 50 100% IV Aggron, and if they ever did give it a community day, I would give it an Elite TM for sure. Numel, you know, another just random mention here, and I discovered something that the female has a bigger hump than the male. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and see what else we have going on here. We had Spiel, very good. Now moving on to the next ones here. I don't know about Cranidos. I don't think so. I tapped on it, but I was thinking the same thing, like, no. What would be a horrible community day would be Buizel. I'm sorry if this is one of your favorite Pokemon. It's just those things that are just like all water moves. Like, I could see them giving it another water move for community day. Like, here you go, guys. Have fun. Like, yay. Thanks. All right, so moving down the list, we've had quite a few that we can see from this region here. And then moving on, I do believe Lillipup will probably get a community day in the future somehow, some way. Probably, I think so. P-Dove, another one of those just random things that we'll probably get in the future. That's, you know, I'm not complaining about them. I'm just giving random shout outs to Pokemon here. Then we have my Gigalith Shiny, looking good. Just thought I'd tap on that. It looks so cool. Tymo is another candidate that is going to probably be getting a community day someday in the future. And then, of course, we already went over the Sandile, and this design for the middle stage looks so sweet. I love it. Then this guy here is pretty cool, the Crocodile. Still haven't made them because, well, I've just simply haven't found any use for them because there's just going to be other Pokemon that are going to be outperforming them. Solosis, another potential for a community day. Vanillix, same with Gothitelle, that's another potential for community day. Clink, another one here that's shiny. I don't think people are powering this up, but if you are, have fun, okay? Of course, Axew, we already all know that's going to be one in the future. It's just a matter of time, just like Gibble. I mean, it's so obvious. The really good ones here. I saw a few comments around the internet saying that this is too good for it to be a community day, the Haxorus. That's just a silly comment to say. Yeah, it's good, but it's not too good. Of course, it's going to get a community day. Then a couple of those other ones here. Then we have Froakie into the Greninja, of course, which is going to be amazing. We'll have to see. The thing's kind of very squishy. Maybe this one here too. I don't know. I was just looking at the 3-stage evolutions like, yeah, this one is potential. But I don't know. We'll have to see. It already has a decent set of moves, but they can always get better, right? For some Pokemon. Then we do have Gumi. I wanted to include this in the original here because I do believe this will get a community day. It also has a Hisuian form as well, which is going to be a steel type, which is going to be very interesting. So we'll have to see how that does work. But it looks like they're splitting off these community days, like the Geodude, they didn't allow the other one. Like, come on. Was good with that. So here we go. So we have dusk form, we have midnight form, midday form, and then the dusk form. So we can only get 2 of the forms currently here. They haven't released the next one, and it also has a signature move that has been data mined. So we'll have to see what is going to happen for this one here. They could just have an event, you know, for a new season. They give it the new form, and it's just like that, because there are potentials for that where Pokemon don't even get a community day. They just get a new move, and it's for like a new season, but we haven't seen that in a while. Salandit, I was going to include this. We're just going to look at it here. I think they're going to make this pay to win for a long time. They might bring it to raid someday. And then, of course, the dragon fighting type here, Komo-o, which is just awesome. I do believe it'll get one there. And then we're pretty much at the bottom of the list here. Yeah, this, I mean, if you want to get technical, pretty much everything almost has a potential for a community day if it's not solely in eggs. And then, of course, we do have the Obstagoon there. And then I'm holding out for maybe a Meltan community day in the future. Ha, that's just silly. I know it's not going to happen. But anyways, if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and take care.